Bubble boy.
Yeah.
Bubble boy. It's incorrect. Has to take steroids.
If there's one set of fans I would not with, it's the Bills.
Children, please, you got a whole life.
Yeah.
Let's buckle up here.
All I want for Christmas is for LeBron James and Serena Williams to have a baby.
Yo.
For science.
She must have been on suicide watch when she saw Gronk dent that. We're all going to die.
Smash that like button or I'm going to get kicked out of the house. I can't pay rent.
Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Lay, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson.
Fuck you.
Oh,
This is my water.
I was just going to throw it.
And my co-host, Ryan Fahey.
Oh, glad to be back.
Yeah, I know. We missed... Oh, my God. Actually, you haven't been here for a while.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and we didn't get to record last week.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back,
Hi.
Ryan.
Future me.
Welcome.
And the spit take. Clip it! Clip it!
I saved it.
The clip or this?
The water.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
NBA playoffs. A couple things we want to go over. Boston Celtics, more side, the Eastern Conference side, but you were bringing up a good point right before the show. Why does the NBA have such a problem with blowouts? What do you think? Because you've been noticing this more than us.
Well, think about it. There's been what? Just as far as games I've watched and can remember, the first game against the Nets was a close game. It was like a last-second shot. I'm trying to think what series. There were like 3 games that were close. That were even like.
I'm not going to
remotely
lie to you. Until about 3 seconds ago, I completely tuned you out. So I don't even know what games you're talking about. I joined in so late to your conversation. I was having my own thing. I was looking at my fingers doing this. And then you started to be like, what's the other thing? And then I went, oh.
Oh, he's asking.
Well, look at just the Eastern Conference Finals alone. It's been blowout after blowout after blowout, but it's been such back and forth.
Yeah, but it's like every other.
That's what's weird about it. It's not like one team has just dominated a couple games. It's
Well,
not
the
like
Mavs
home court
series-
advantage.
The
It's,
Mavs series was like that too. With
Not even. It's just been.
that's just Golden State.
It's just been good. And props to James for calling us before the playoffs.
no, I
started.
mean before the Mavs and
It hasn't happened yet. I did say Warriors,
Uh,
Celtics. We're not there yet.
Stop
but
it.
the Mavs and Suns too. That's what I'm talking. Like almost every series you look at, it's like
There's been a ton of blowouts.
There's been a ton of blowouts. Like there's been like 4 memorable games where everyone's just like,
What? So it's more the inconsistency
I
of
think
the league.
I think it's a mentality thing.
yeah,
It's got to be.
Because the only team, honestly, that has fought back at all when going down big is the Celtics.
yeah. Well, we haven't lost a game back to back yet.
Well, not
2
just that.
games,
Even when we were down, when we had that, what was it? It was the game at home, game 3.
Down by like 14 against the Bucks or something.
No.
Was it the Bucks?
Eastern Conference Finals versus the Heat, where we were down.
Oh
big,
yeah.
And we brought it back to 1 point.
Yeah,
Like the almost every other team in the league just kind of packs it in,
yeah.
and it just gets worse.
Well, that was almost
So-
less of a blowout in that sense. Like we didn't lose by. We lost that game. We never had a lead, but like, that I guess.
It's the Celtics. I feel like the only team in this
I
whole
like your
playoff
point.
scheme that like actually will fight
Well,
a little bit. I've only noticed that.
Well, Kenny, you know Kenny Pickett, I think is his name, the
Yeah.
YouTuber. He was talking. He brought up the point about like all the blowouts this year, and he was saying, and I kind of agree with him on this one. He was saying that it's like just the nature of the game, like how it essentially evolved into like a million different 3-pointers. Like that game against I think it was the blowout game.
it
7
was game
against,
7 against the
against
Bucks.
the
They
Bucks.
shot 53 threes.
Yeah, like the
and
Celtics shot a
made
shit ton of threes.
22, something
Yeah.
like that.
And then the Bucks made 4 threes, and out of like 34, and like we blew them the fuck out. And then, but there's been a bunch of games lopsided. Like if you look at who's making more threes in that game, like it's super.
But I feel like, and now I've only really been watching the Celtics throughout these playoffs,
It's
so
just the
maybe
nature-
it's
it's
all
just-
I've really noticed. But I feel like, at least on the Celtics aspect, it's not just like, oh, who has the higher shooting percentage. It's, I think you go with your mental standpoint of, you look at Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown 2 games ago where they got blown out, and they were just making terrible decisions, like turnover after turnover after
Awful.
turnover. Where last game, you saw it 180, where they were making smarter decisions, excuse me, smarter decisions, and they were just making the right reads.
Yeah.
They weren't getting in their own head. It was much more fluent basketball.
Well, I actually thought we were going to lose yesterday's game without Marcus Smart because I genuinely think he's the difference
No.
maker this playoffs because he's been like after
No,
game
I
two.
think this
it was
proves
a-
he doesn't.
I know. I'm agreeing.
Well, I
think was
mean,
wrong.
when he came back, he was electric. He had like 11 assists in that game.
He
but
facil-
I'm not
the only
saying
thing is,
I'm-
the only thing is, it was more important to have Rob in this series than it would be Marcus.
That's what I
Strictly
think
because
last game showed.
look what happened
With
when
Bam.
I mean, it's the Celtics then tempted you to go to the paint and then hi, meet Rob. You're not.
He's an
gonna,
elite shot blocker. Like you got
Yeah.
that guy.
He's an
It's
accountant
look what happened
my
when
firm.
look what happened when Rob was out. Look what Bam did.
Yeah.
Bam went 32
He also
and
sucked
14.
game 1 and 2 though.
Game
and I
1
don't-
and 2 he sucked, but game 3 he went off.
Game
And if-
3 went off, and that was
So-
big
No,
because
Rob,
Rob
yeah.
didn't play.
So if Bam is going off, like you need Robert.
Bam plays weird as fuck. Dude.
technically, you're right.
He's
That's
super
just
inconsistent.
uncomfortable.
The thing is about this series, it should have been a sweep.
I was gonna give them one.
Well, no, it should have been because the Heat have only won 2 quarters in this entire series.
Yeah, game.
They've
two,
only
They've
won
only won 2 quarters.
in this entire series, and the series is tied.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Really?
Game 1, quarter 3, obviously. And it
Yeah,
was
and then
probably game
3.
You know,
3, probably quarter 1.
you know
I
that's-
thought, dude, I thought they won everything other than the third because we had that comeback in the third quarter and then
The Celtics have won
Lost in the
every
fourth.
quarter other than 2 in this entire series,
That's
and the
absurd.
series is tied.
You know what I think is the big difference maker? Not Marcus Smart or Robert Williams. I think the bigger thing is how Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are feeling tonight. The bigger one I see is Jason Tatum. He's supposed to be that guy. When Jason Tatum's on, holy shit, is he on?
Dude,
That guy
it's-
does not miss. If he'll shoot it from the 3-point line with a guy in his face, will make it. And then you have nights the dude can't make a layup. It's like, what are you doing?
No.
And you've seen it so much vice versa in this series where guy can't miss, and holy shit, he doesn't know how to play basketball anymore.
Yeah.
I think once he sets that tone, the whole team kind of follows. And I
Well,
put Jalen in there because he's that number 2 guy. He needs to be-
Jalen's impressed. Actually.
No, but he flip flops. I see more the extremes with Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown, I think, is just kind of.
You need
He's-
Tatum to be on in order for the team to function properly because look at last game. Tatum was on. Like
Brown was on.
No, Brown was off. Last game, Brown was off.
Actually,
2
no, I'm
games
thinking
ago.
of the 40-point
Yeah,
game.
you're
I'm
thinking of the 40-point game.
It helps. This is what I'm saying. Why it helps this point. You need Tatum to be on. Then the other guys feed off of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Well,
It's-
Tatum, I like the way he's shown a lot of maturity in this playoff and this whole playoff. Anything. I like the way he's responded to bad games. He's owned it. So that's on
whenever
me.
he's had a bad game, he has gone off the second one.
Exactly.
He
and he's
doesn't-
owned- and he hasn't made mistakes either. He's like, no, I played like shit.
Short-term memory. He
Yeah.
forgets the last game and he just focuses on the next one, and I do love that. Shows the maturity of the whole team. Like I said a few weeks ago, the team is matured. They don't dwell on the past. They just focus on the future. What's next? What can we do after
I'm
this?
impressed with what I've seen with the Celtics.
The biggest championship trait I've seen is that they haven't had bad back-to-back games. They have
Yeah.
been ready for it. They're like, we got blown out. It happens.
And obviously the coaching
This is a 7-game series. Let's finish it off.
obviously the coaching is going to be like adjusted every game. Like Spoelstra in game 2 was like clearly outmatched. I mean, I also think the play, obviously, like Tatum being on is huge, but like game 1, whatever Spoelstra attacked, like it was working. Like the 6 turnovers, like he figured something
That
out.
was honestly just the third quarter. That third quarter, if the Celtics had a pedestrian third quarter, they
Yeah.
win that game.
But there was
Yeah.
also, don't forget, it was also, we didn't put the dagger. Like we won the first half. We didn't obviously we blew it in the third.
They didn't stomp on their neck.
But like that's
Which the
exactly.
last game they
and
did.
the Heat and Spoelstra, I give them credit because they've had really good second quarters, like halftime adjustments, this whole playoff
So
run.
that'd be third quarters.
Or third quarter, yeah, you know what I meant.
Just want to clarify.
Although
Yeah.
the Celtics have, the last 2 games have really done a good job at stifling whatever happens after halftime.
Yeah,
Even though they lost game 3, it wasn't. I don't know. I just felt like they did a better job because obviously game 1 was. I mean, I don't even know what the hell happened then.
I think they just got comfortable.
I agree.
Yeah. So I think this is also, it's also showing me kind of how the Celtics. I'm still confident Celtics will win this series,
Me too.
but
Especially because
we won yesterday. I think
they're
that was a
still
must-win.
a fucking young ass team outside of Al. Young,
fucking
Yeah.
love Al.
love Al so
And we got
much.
everybody locked. Like we got a lot of people there for a long time.
100%. But it's showing me that they get complacent.
Yeah.
Like when they won Game 2 in Miami, I felt it that they thought they were just gonna coast. They thought, oh, we're gonna take 2 in Boston and then come back to Miami.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
That's
what I thought
also
too.
what I was
If we
thinking.
thought it, they definitely think it too. I mean, hey, Tatum's our age.
Yeah. And don't
No,
forget,
literally.
like-
It's a true point. He's
Yeah.
24. Jalen
And we're-
Brown's 25.
Yeah, we can be naive.
So
like,
you
it's-
could tell, like, that absolutely happened. They thought they were going to coast through the next 2 because, like, it's almost impossible to win in the Garden.
Mhm.
It's almost impossible. That's whatever happens during the playoffs at TD Garden. The people are nuts. I've never heard the volume like that. It's
What game did you go to?
well, I didn't know. It's just TV wise.
Oh,
Yeah, I was talking to a guy at the gym, and he brought up a good point. The fan
Gabe?
base can make a big yeah, Gabe,
Yeah.
actually.
shout out Gabe.
And he was talking about, he's asking me about the crowds, because he's like, we know Boston, it's a sports city. You got like average Joes going to these games that are true fans, like. But then if you look at Miami, their crowd,
Their
it's-
crowd sucks.
it is, and that's his
Their
point.
people are terrible.
Well, this is what he's saying. If you look, it's like, clearly there's some regular Joe fans out there, but if you look at like the superstars that are on the sideline, you're just like, they're not really there because they love the game. They're there just
No.
because
It's Miami.
Those-
it's Miami and you want to be there. It's not
That
because you're like, I love
crowd
the game. It's like,
sucks.
but that's what he was
I
saying.
actually
Where
like this take.
it was, yeah, Gabe, it was a great take.
Their
Yeah.
crowd is
You
so bad.
really look at it just like, are you there because you love the game? Or are you there for a status and social media post? Do you care if they win
Oh.
or lose? Where Boston, even the superstars that like Dave Portnoy, when he's there, oh, you know he gives a shit.
Portnoy was in Miami, Larry Bird jersey
Yeah, I
on
was gonna say Portnoy,
sideline.
Well, oh, that was in Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was
In Miami.
Oh, that's right. He
Green.
lives
we know,
down there
we
now.
know Portnoy's bleeding green.
Yeah.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying is like you have those kind of fans at the superstar level for Boston,
Yeah.
where
Oh,
Miami is
okay, yeah.
where Miami it's just like we're here because it's a status thing.
Dude,
Wasn't Tatum out partying with some player like in Miami or no? What did
I
I
have
see?
no idea.
No, that's James Harden.
Was that James Harden?
He's always
That's
one of
what
the
I
strip
saw.
clubs.
I saw something. I was gonna say I didn't.
It
think it was
wasn't
Tatum.
Tatum.
I looked
Dude,
quickly. I was.
But I
pretty
thought that was
fucking
an
confused.
interesting
I'm glad
take.
you brought that up because I said that watching the game at my buddy's house. I was like, their crowd sucks. They're genuinely terrible.
It's uppity up kind of people. It feels
It,
Well,
ju-
like.
Miami,
it doesn't
dude.
seem
Yeah,
real.
No, they're not
I
a
feel like
sports
it's-
city.
No, well, they're.
I just
they're-
don't feel like they actually give a shit.
Yeah, it's like
That is that was
I
the
could
point
feel it.
exactly.
Yeah.
That
I'm
was
like-
the exact point.
I couldn't get over it. I'm like, their crowd's terrible. You're
Like,
bum
look
people.
at TD Garden. It's a standing crowd whenever it's near the end or anything or a high tension moment. Where
You go
in
to
Miami, I don't feel like you get that.
Yeah.
And like they have a
But you notice
likable
that-
team.
You notice that watching the games too, like even in like Madison Square Garden, like you know the Knicks, even though the Knicks suck, you know whenever they're on, like it's
Strong
fuck-
fan base.
strong fan
Strong
base.
fan
Look,
base.
Exactly,
look
yeah.
at the Browns when they were won one game in 2 years.
Oh,
strong
yeah,
fan
strong
base.
fan base. Yeah, you
There were
can't-
certain cities that are sports cities, and then there are cities that just happen to have sports teams.
Yeah, I like that. That
Dude,
turned
like
into this
the
take.
the difference in the crowds is just tremendous. That's why it's so hard to actually go and win in Boston, just 'cause when it's like a meaningful game. I don't if it's regular season, it's kind of whatever, but when it's like a meaningful game and the people know like this is, they're gonna make their
Bro, even
presence known.
we watched.
And people care if they win or lose. In Miami, it's like or Miami's
I
just the example.
couldn't tell you if they
You know
care.
what I mean?
we were at.
And I'm sure there's a lot of average Joe fans that do, but like the guys on the sideline that aren't on the team,
Yeah,
We were at a beer garden watching the game 4, and every shot was like when we actually started getting going. Like every shot was electric in there. Like people
Dude.
stopped, like employees stopped. We all literally were just watching the big ass screen, just sitting there. Like,
and like I just
but
feel
like,
like
how often do you think that actually happens in Miami? Like,
I mean, I'm sure there's bars. Like
places-
there's
Yeah,
clearly
I'm sure
fans.
there's
I'm not
fans,
saying
yeah.
all Miami fans suck.
no, but the
I will.
thing,
I'll
but
say it.
but Miami is like a tourist spot. Like
Yeah,
Boston-
where Boston. How
Boston,
many people
like
do you
people
know
live
that?
in Boston? Like people care.
It's
really.
also different. I feel like asking like, oh, how many people do you know that go like to travel to be near Boston. Well, we're near Boston, so we don't know those people that
Yeah.
come in to see Boston.
Yeah,
where
but
we know people that,
you know,
let's go to Miami.
a lot more people go to Miami though. Like a lot more people go.
There's a lot. It's like you said, perfect example. Vacation spot that
It's a vacation spot.
happens to have a sports team.
Yeah. So like everyone's down there like, hey, why not catch a game? You got money. You're already in Miami. Got more
Yeah.
money than I do.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would. I would do it
fuck
if I
yeah.
had. You know what I
fuck
mean?
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
fun going to other stadiums.
Yeah.
Which is why their crowds suck, because it's probably a bunch of people who don't give a shit who's playing.
Perfect example. So when I went to Tampa, and I went to the Lightning game, I was basically in a whole Bruins section, and I'm looking around the whole stadium.
I heard.
I can see a ton of Bruins jerseys.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
because it's the old retirees that go down there.
I was
like,
about to say. I heard.
like from
but
Mass.
still, that
no, but
you're
like
talking about
that's-
the back-to-back champions.
that
It's a good-
dude, Florida's a fraud, like sports
But
people.
And where's Miami? This
Yeah.
is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So I just find it. Are there people that actually truly care about the teams?
No, they're too busy doing drugs and breaking the law. They have no
People
time
do that
to
up
go to
here,
sports.
but I know what you're
Wrestling
getting at.
games.
No, it's just Florida. I didn't know they had laws.
Sometimes.
just enough
barely.
so you can break. Just enough so you
Just to
can break.
feel something
Just
again.
to feel something. So you can't take your modified golf cart here down on I-95.
What you mean I can't keep this gator in my pool?
I got a license.
I called him Timmy.
So
Sir, you have a gator license? I have a license in general, but the gator's mine. Do you want to send me?
I found it. You gonna take him?
We have.
Go pick him up. Take him.
We have video from the zoo that you took. That's not me.
Sir, you can't take your neighbor's cat. Show me the law that says I can't keep this cat. I found this cat.
Who said it?
Where'd you find the cat, sir? It was on their couch, but that's different. He broke in. Technically, I was taking a
He
thief
broke in.
out of their house. I'm the
just
hero
following
here,
him.
sir.
Do you ever think of the range of Floridians there are? I'm really thinking about because like that's what we imagine as Floridian people. But then if you go to Miami, it is uppity up people.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cocaine.
it's just golf. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Golf and
Took the words
cocaine.
right
bro.
out
Golf
of
and
my mouth.
cocaine.
Golf and
Cocaine.
cocaine.
It's cocaine and Cubans. You understand me? Cocaine and Cubans.
It's the only difference.
Maria. Hey.
And do you think either of those types of people care about basketball?
No shot. They don't even know what basketball is.
It's rednecks and people that.
I
Wow.
don't even know what
Oh,
that is.
basketball like the ball with the stick? No, that's baseball, and you know it, sir. Don't be stupid. I don't know basketball, then. Dial it.
Bro, it's fucking. It's rare. I have nothing, but
I wanted to
Pitbull
bring
broke
it,
him.
I wanted to bring it to like the other fan bases left, like Dallas's and Golden State's. I think Golden State has been strong for the last since this dynasty started. Hot take. I really like Pitbull.
What you mean hot take?
Is that, I don't know. I feel like I got made fun of a lot for liking
Hell
Pitbull.
no,
back
it's
No,
Pitbull. He's the man. It's also
Okay, good.
any remix song with Sean Paul.
Okay, I
is
always just
a
felt like I got made
banger.
fun of for liking Pitbull back in the day.
Hell no.
Good.
No, I made
This is
fun
a-
of
You're
this
not-
kid for liking
this is
Pitbull
a-
because we'll be in the gym.
It was one time.
We're in the gym, dog, and he's about to fucking. He's got like the squat rack on. He's like right there, and I hear nothing. There's no fucking. He's just got headphones in, and you just hear him go, "Fireball." He's just fucking-
And like I'm
He
not
starts to
squatting a
do his
lot
set.
of weight. It's like maybe I played 25.
I start dying, dude. Fucking cracking up. I'm like, there's no way. He's literally like, fire.
I don't know how I
Just
moved
like
the
the
weight
whole
after that.
whatever.
I have no idea how I did my set.
Just gets up. Dale. Dale.
Chulo.
What while we're going down this path, I asked Kyle this: what is the number one concert that you don't want to admit you'd go to, but you'd go to? Mine's Taylor Swift. Like I wouldn't be like, hey boys, let's go see T Swizzle.
Bro.
Hey, boy,
I already-
let's go see
bro,
T-Swizzle.
I've already gone to one. Maroon 5.
That's a valid answer.
And it was
yeah.
fucking gas.
I'm sure it
That
was.
I feel like I'd
The best
fanboy.
part
No
is
shame in
we
that,
went
dog.
we went it was at Fenway.
Oh, yeah, it's already gassed. Yeah.
Exactly. We actually went for Black Bear.
This isn't the Red
Okay.
Sox.
Okay, so wait, this is there's no shame in this Black Bear
He was the opener.
Black Bear and Maroon 5.
And
It's a
then
gas concert.
so like so it
Interesting
was
duo.
me
Gas.
like me and my best friend and like a bunch of our other friends went for Black Bear. And we didn't realize how many Maroon 5 songs we fucking knew.
Yeah, dude.
We
they're
were
good.
hammered at Fenway, and we sang every goddamn song that came out of Adam
See,
Levine's mouth.
I think that's me with T Swizzle.
Bro, when that song came on,
banger,
bro,
straight
when that
banger.
song came on, dude, have you ever seen the swag surfing dance?
I have not, but no. But
That song came on, and we fucking started rocking
yeah,
the boat,
yeah. No, I know. What
singing
it is.
every lyric, every lyric. Dude, the amount of
They were
moms that
electric.
were there was so funny.
Yeah.
It's Adam Levine.
Actually, we need to
on.
go to a Maroon 5 concert. That's a good fucking point.
Moms.
Moms love Maroon 5.
Moms
I'm gonna
love
make that a
Oh.
fucking t-shirt.
Mom's.
I'm gonna make
It's
that
the
a-
truth.
Yeah.
Moms love Maroon 5, and mom love me.
You know, Ryan, I'm gonna back you up on that one.
They do.
goddamn
I
better.
will
They
give you
fucking
my
do.
stamp of approval for that.
They do.
I'm not even gonna debate it.
Do I look like a stepdad? I don't understand.
No, but your dad's
No.
material.
Oh,
I like that. I like that. About to put that on my lower back.
Go back to the fan
Put
base.
something else on
All
your
right.
back.
I just had to ask that because I was just like,
That's a great question.
thank you. Great.
But Maroon 5 is definitely
Who
absolutely
did
up
I
there.
say? Oh no, I think the Fray is a good one.
The Fahey is a good one.
Oh yeah,
do,
he
you
had
know
to
who,
like.
do you know who the Goo Goo Dolls are? They sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that
that's
was his
another good one.
original answer.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like sad boy shit.
But well, not fan base, but my prediction of Celtics Warriors, I think is gonna happen, and I'm pretty excited about
I
that.
mean, me and Kyle were half right. I didn't realize the Suns were gonna shit
Yeah,
themselves.
the Suns pooped to bed.
Like
Chris
what
Paul
the f-
pooped to bed, and then Pat Beverly.
Did you see
Pat
Pat
Beverly
Bev
rolled
call
him
him
in
a
the
cone?
sheets.
He called him a cone. I was dying. I was like, Bev.
I was gonna say at some point we got.
We're scared of Pat Bev? No. See, we're scared of CP3? No, we're not. You see what CP3 said?
No,
He goes,
I didn't know he responded.
oh yeah. He goes, when it's playing whoever the fuck team he's on at this point, the next day, I'll go
Timberwolves.
out at night and have a few drinks, party with my friends. When I'm playing Marcus Smart the next day, I'm in bed at 8 p.m.
No, he said Steph Curry.
He also said Marcus Smart
Oh,
too.
did he?
It's valid. It's a good ass response.
Wow.
That's a fucking great response.
And CP3 is pretty good. He just sucked.
He
in the
called him a
series.
cone. He called him a cone.
What an electric just call out a roast.
Out of nowhere. Next thing I know,
I didn't even know Pat Bev did.
next
fucking
thing you
anything.
know,
I
I
was
just see
like, where did
Pat Bev's on First Take or some
Yeah.
shit. I'm like,
He was on everything.
Yeah, dude, he was.
yeah, every
Dude,
show,
One tweet can change your life.
every show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he tweeted it. Did he tweet that?
I'm pretty sure he said it like on
No,
air.
he said it on air. Yeah, he was
He
just.
called him a
on-
cone on air.
Probably.
It was like a cone out there. Just
Oh yeah, no, he did. He
Oh, I thought he
said that on air.
tweeted it.
No, he said that on air. I remember the take. Yeah.
I love it.
oh, also, did you see after with that game Marcus Smart came back and had like 11 assists? Did you see
Yeah.
Shaq after the game
No, what
say
he
Marcus
said.
Smart had no impact? Did these guys watch the game?
I'm sorry, like Boston is.
There's 2 games in the NBA that's happening.
Dude, I.
There's 2.
Hold on.
It's not an entire docket of NBA games. There's
That
2
fucking
games
up.
happening. And guess what? They don't happen on the same day. There's 1 game happening that night. Shaq, will you open your What are you, napping? What are you, like, going over lines?
He's making another fucking general insurance commercial. Okay?
What can I say about Charles today? Charles, did I tell you you're fat yet?
Every day, Shaq. Every day.
Oh, okay. All right. What have I said? You built like a beanbag chair.
Kevin Hart said that, Shaq. You're not clever.
Okay, all right. Hang on.
I said you build like a beanbag chair.
Hang on. I got. How many rings you got, Charles?
This again, Shaq? This again. Man, you're terrible. You are terrible, terrible, terrible. You don't know how to write jokes.
I've been sitting there
Man,
trying
Shaq, you Space Jam too bad.
bro, I've been trying to think of an Ernie impression right now, but I'm like, whatever comes out of my mouth is not going to be Ernie. And it's going to be like borderline like racist. And I'm going to be like, okay.
Bro, I couldn't get out. He said Marcus Smart had no impact while bullying everyone he defended and dropping 11 assists.
Yeah.
No impact, though. None.
That's
Two
what
games.
There's 2 NBA games happening.
There's 2 games. That's
One a night. Just one, Shaq. Watch the game.
Watch 2 quarters of the game. And you'll
No,
get the
watch the whole fucking. It's one. It's your job. It's quite literally his job. That's like Jason Tatum going. I don't want to take a layup. I'm like, Jason,
Coach.
it's in your job description. You have to put the ball in the bucket.
Tell Ben Simmons that.
Yeah, no, his job is not to just get on the court. But regardless, Shaq, watch the fucking game. It's one a night, and you're on there up there screwing around. Kenny, I'm gonna beat you to the screen this time. Who gives a shit about Kenny running to the screen? Watch the game, Shaq. Watch the game. God damn it. Oh my God, Shaq.
I like never pay attention to their fucking.
It popped up on my Twitter feed. I'm like, no shot. He just said that.
This kid's just been cheesing.
I have been on that
2
crew
games.
this entire season where they just like when they talk about any Celtics games and they just like blow past it and like I'm like, oh, these guys aren't watching, and everyone be like, oh, but like everything's happening that day.
2 games.
You got the choice.
Yeah,
game
Western
of night?
Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals.
2 games.
What are you gonna go home when the NBA Finals happen? You zoom in for it, be like, what happened? I don't.
Okay.
Well, I don't
2
know.
games, 1 night.
2
2 different nights.
One team hit the ball in the basket more than the other team. Thank you, Shaq. Appreciate it. No problem, Kenny. You're welcome. Charles, you still fat.
White trash rates from an army guy.
Don't get me wrong, they're electric, but watch the game. Marcus Smart had no impact
Yeah.
while having an
It's
impact.
a trash day.
Trash. Calling it trash is a compliment at this point. I don't even know what that should even be a take.
No.
My God.
I'm just getting composed over here. I'm just putting it together.
Jesus Christ.
2
Two
marshmallows. That's Shaq trying to watch the games.
Dude.
I just popped a 50 milligram. I ain't watching the rest of this game. Kenny, there ain't no way.
Dude, it's Shaq would be like, "Oh, these teams are terrible," and then Kenny's like, "Shaq, you need to watch the game."
I know you ain't watching the games.
Shaq's been too busy shoving bonbons down his throat. Oh, well, but
Just the whole
he probably said Marcus turned the ball over one time, and he was like,
trash.
"Oh, it's terrible. He had no impact." It was a terrible game for Marcus Smart. God, it just bothers me. It bothers me to no end. It is your job. It is your job to analyze the game, and you're out here screwing around. One game, Shaq. It's one game a night. You are worth a planet. You could buy a planet. Will you watch the game you have to talk about, please? You can buy the planet Saturn. Will you fucking watch the game, please? Oh my God. Irks me to no end. I got Subway in me. I'm fired up. Got myself a BLM.
Oh, fuck.
I love that.
What are we?
The bacon's lettuce mayo.
I know.
It's my favorite thing to do to Subway workers.
Every time they're like, fucking stop ordering this.
You're worth a
I was like, can I get a BLM? They're like, huh? Especially when they're white. Oh, when they're white and nervous. Oh! Makes me so makes me so happy. Like, can you get a BLM? Like, what you say?
You put the what in the who now?
I can't, Ryan.
Bro, that just bothers me to no end. What's your one job?
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to Sports Pal.
I don't even. Yeah. I guess Celtics Warriors. That's all I got to go off that.
Celtics in 6.
I think Celtics in 7, but.
Celtics in 7.
I can't do another game 7.
Neither can
Oh,
I.
I'm sorry. I'm already thinking of the finals. Celtics in 6 this time.
Oh, nice.
I think Celtics in
Foreshadowing.
7.
Celtics in 6 and then Celtics in 7.
I like it.
But yeah, okay, that's all we have here with Sports on Tap today. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Watch the games.
Watch the fucking games.
What? Watch the game. Tell me what happened. I don't know. I don't watch.
You weren't the planet.
Chuck, you still fat. You still fat, Chuck.
Chuck, I spent the most money at Walmart.